Hey everybody, I'm Geek Soul Brother, and I'm putting the funk in the funk frontier. And guess what I just saw? Ben-Hur. Not the 1950s Ben-Hur. We're not talking about that. We're talking about the new Ben-Hur that nobody asked for. Nobody was looking for this movie. Nobody asked for it, but some producer said, hey, it'd be a good idea to do a remake of a super classic Charlton Heston film. So, what did I think about it? It was okay. It was actually good. I gotta tell you guys, it was well acted. We had Jack Houston playing Ben-Hur, and he really pulled it off. He pulled off a great role. Not Oscar worthy, anything like that, but enough that you could say, wow, he did a pretty good job. And we also had Kebbel playing Masala, his kind of adopted brother. If you guys know the old story, they're two brothers, and they start out really caring for each other and all that. And as the story unfolds, they split off into their separate ways. And unfortunately, they go head to head later. The story really culminates into a chariot race. As you guys might know, in the original, it was one of the epic scenes of religious movies of the 50s. Charlton Heston did a great job. And in this, the chariot race was pretty good, but I'll get into that in a second. The movie was good with the acting. It was good with the main players. The story, it flowed okay, but it wasn't epic. And if you're doing a Ben-Hur remake, you have to be epic. I don't know if it was a budget. I don't know if it was just the vision of the director, but it wasn't quite big enough. If there was no Ben-Hur back in the 50s, then maybe this would have been, you know, a epic film. But if you can't help comparing the two. They should have invested a little bit more into the music. The music would have kind of pushed this over the top because the emotion was there. The emotional content was there in the movie. We had Nazanin Beniati playing Esther also, and she was really good. All the main characters were good, but the music could have really pushed it up to another level. And not to spoil it, I'll spoil a little bit in a second, but after the culmination of the movie, then it got very religious on you. And Ben-Hur is a religious movie. It's about how Jesus had affected this one guy and how he went from going for vengeance to being forgiving. And they did that with the film. Houston kind of pulled that off. You saw his emotion. You saw that he really was vengeful towards Masala, Kebbel's character. But then they kind of hit you over head with the Jesus thing. Don't get me wrong, I'm Christian, so I enjoy a good movie with Jesus in it, but they just kind of hit you over head with the last part of the film, and I think that's what threw it off. That's what threw off the tone. That's what threw off the flow of the story. Also got to mention Morgan Freeman. I know you guys are wondering that you saw a trailer. How did he do? Morgan Freeman played an African rich, dealer of. Well, he bet on chariot races, basically. And he had these beautiful horses and stuff like that. Kind of like the Middle Eastern dude in the original. But Morgan Freeman knows nothing about an African accent. He played it with strictly an old man American accent. And it just did, like, what are you doing there, Morgan? Go back to Kiss the Spider or whatever the movies that he was doing. Anyway. He was okay, but he didn't really give too much to the movie and whatnot, except for it's Morgan Freeman. But I gotta say to you guys, the diversity in this film, I applaud that, because you could see like people of color in the background in Rome. I felt like it was more realistic to the times where this was just an area where everybody was going in and out from different parts of the world and stuff. I'll give this film 2.75 Cosmic Afros. Only because it kind of faltered at the end. If they redid that, I would give it like a 3.25 or something like that. I'm Geek Soul Brother. Check me out on my blog, geeksoulbrother.com. I got reviews and trailers on there. Also, check me out on Facebook, Twitter, Google+, and make sure you hit that subscribe button. Really appreciate that. Leave some comments. Did you guys want to see a Ben-Hur remake? Do you guys want to see other religious remakes? So far, they've been bombing. And I don't know how this one's. I think it's going to play good in the international market. But other than that, I don't think Americans were really calling for it, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Leave comments below. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace. Hey, I just want to say thanks again to Jose and Fortress of Solitude for sponsoring the video. Really love recording in this location. Check them out. They're in Norton, New Jersey, University Avenue. You can get comics and t-shirts and all kinds of figures and everything. You know, all kinds of stuff that you want. So check them out.